Do you know that chemical reactions happen all around us in our daily activities? Each of these reactions happens at a different rate. Think of factors that can affect the rate of reactions in these situations. What are the factors that affect each of the reaction? Drag and drop the correct answers into the empty boxes. Click the check button when you're done.
Well done.
At the end of this lesson, students should be able to apply knowledge on factors affecting the rate of reaction in everyday activities and adopt problem-solving approaches and make rational decisions based on research.
Let us look at how we can apply our knowledge on factors affecting the rate of reaction in our everyday activities. Click on each of these boxes. Do you know how bread is made? Here's a recipe for making bread. Mix the flour, sugar and salt in a mixing bowl. Add the margarine and rub into the flour. Add the dried yeast to the flour mixture and stir well. Add warm water into the flour mixture and stir using a wooden spoon thoroughly. When the dough gets tough, use your hands until the dough no longer sticks on the sides of the bowl. Place it on a surface that has been poured with flour. Knead the dough until it becomes smooth and elastic. Put the dough into a mixing bowl and cover it with a clean cloth and place in a warm area. Set the oven to 230 centigrade. When the size of the dough has doubled, which would normally take about 30 minutes, place it on a greased baking tray. Bake the dough for about 25 minutes. The bread should look golden brown. Place it on a wire rack to cool. The bread that we have just made has a spongy and soft texture with a thin crust. It is normally sold ready sliced in packages. Have you ever heard of French loaf? French loaf is a type of bread that has a thick, hard crust and often has large bubbles of air inside. It is often sold totally unwrapped to keep the crust crispy. Based on our knowledge on how to make bread, modify the given recipe to make your own flavored French loaf. In a group of 4, produce the recipe. Present the recipe to the class and get their feedback on whether the recipe would work or not. Then try the recipe out. Ripening is one of the processes in fruits that can cause them to be more suitable to eat, which in general makes it sweeter, less acidic, less green, and softer as they ripen. Naturally, ripening of fruits is influenced by a plant hormone. This plant hormone stimulates the ripening process by increasing certain enzymes in fruits. In agricultural industry, ripening of fruits is controlled for the purpose of exporting them. Let's take bananas as an example. Normally, bananas take about 2 weeks to be fully ripened. How can we shorten the ripening process? Wood is a commonly used building material. However, When it is in contact with the ground or moisture for a period of time, it will be damaged by insects, moisture, and decay fungi. In the industry, wood is chemically treated to increase durability and resistance from being destroyed by insects or fungus. Among the common methods of treating wood are brushing or spraying, dipping, soaking, or steeping. However, these methods do not ensure deep and uniform penetration of the preservative chemicals into the wood. Based on our knowledge of factors affecting the rate of reaction, what factor can be applied to make the preservative chemicals penetrate the wood deeper, more uniform, and faster? Key in your answer and click the check button once you are done. In the industry, pressure treatment is used to force the preservative chemicals to penetrate the wood deeper, more uniform, and faster. In pressure treatment, wood is placed inside a closed cylinder where vacuum and pressure are then applied to force the preservatives into the wood.
In this lesson, we have learned that by applying the knowledge of the factors affecting the rate of reaction, we can manage many chemical reactions that happen in our daily activities. For example, in baking bread, different temperature used can produce different types of bread. Fruits can be ripened in a shorter time by using ethane gas as a catalyst. Woods can be treated more effectively by applying pressure to force the preservative chemicals into the wood. By applying the knowledge of the factors affecting the rate of reaction, we can also predict the consequences of a particular reaction and make relevant decisions using a structured problem-solving approach. Have you ever noticed that milk, when left at room temperature, will spoil in a couple of hours? This is the result of fermentation, which is lactic acid bacteria turning the sugar inside the milk into lactic acid. What do you think are the factors involved in controlling or reducing milk spoilage? When you go to the supermarket, have you ever noticed that some types of the milk sold are displayed on the shelves, while others are kept in convenience store coolers? Why is this so? Imagine that you purchased 2 containers of milk. The milk from brand A has been processed using the HTST method, while the milk from brand B has been processed using the UHT method. If both brands of milk are kept unopened, which brand would stay fresh longer? Explain your answers. If, after being purchased, both milk containers are opened and exposed to air at room temperature, which brand would stay fresh longer? Explain your answers.